Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're doing an open the box of Wolfpack, the North Atlantic Convoy Struggles, October 1941 to March 1943. This is from GMT Games and game design Mike Berticelli. Okay, so this is a brand new game. I got it on the P500, so it came out. Let's see, how's the glare? There's a little bit there. In Wolfpack, the primary objective of the game is to disrupt and destroy Allied shipping convoys during World War II with the available U-boats from the players' flotillas, thereby crippling the Allied supply lines to Great Britain. Okay, we'll see how the game works. It's for 14 and older, 1 to 4 players. Complexity is a 6. And solitaire suitability is high at a 9. Okay, so let's see if we can get this plastic started off here. And get this box opened up. Oops. All right. Here we go. Get the plastic out of the way. Let's open it. You can see it's a nice big thick box. I would say that's probably a 3-incher. Pretty sure. It's got a little heft to it. Let's take the lid off. And the first thing we see is the playbook. All right. So, how to play, training scenario setup. Lots of pictures, descriptions, torpedo movement, detonation phase, U-boat movement phase examples, U-boat movement phase example continued, U-boat observation phase example, TDC calculation phase, ASW phase, continued with that, and again, so a lot of ASW, and more, so we'll be spending a lot of time on that. Wow, it keeps going. Movement phase, torpedo reload phase, and U-boat attack phase example, damage control phase example, and then we have designer's notes and U-boat patrol data. Okay, so this whole book was a mere 24 pages, and you saw with that, lots of examples, lots of illustrations. So we'll see. Here we have Wolfpack. Excuse me. Okay. So introduction, training scenario, definition of terms. Card pulls. So this is the actual rule book. Patrol map encounters. U-boat board. Counters for player supply. General use counters. Okay, so yeah, this is our rule book here. Tracking campaign and crew data. Crew enhancements chart. Campaign patrol setup. Now this one is 76 pages all in. And you can see there is a lot in here to this. So, I've got some studying to do. TDCs, emergency blow. Okay, implosion. Missed torpedo attack. Torpedo movements. Okay, we have a lot to do there. All right, what do we got here? This is a pad for the Wolfpack campaign. Whoops. It is 2-sided. So here we go. We have period October to December 41 to January to March 42. So Kriegsmarine up to 4 U-boats, and you have your U-boat types depending on the flotilla. All right. And then on this side we have crew enhancement track. There's a pretty fair amount of those here. Should be enough to keep me going. Okay, now we have our player aids. And there are a lot of player aids. Wow, a lot of player aids. Woo! Keep going. All right. So, training scenario, overview, mission length, sequence of play. Here we have single war period setup. So how to set up. Patrol mission setup. End of patrol, return to base, setting up the next campaign patrol. Additional U-boat fate. Patrol setup here. Then captain draw piles, additional U-boats. Okay, then we go to full campaign setup. So how to do the full campaign. U-boat movement, enter attack map. This is a fold out. So we have U-boat movement. Here's A, which is patrol sequence of play. U-boat movement. Then we flip it over, attack map, U-boat disengagement, U-boat exiting the map. All right. And it looks like there's a couple of these probably for the multiple players. Yeah, that's the same thing. Here we have, and then there's two of these. Escort refit, U-boat damage effects, anti-submarine warfare on the approach map and on the attack map, and then surface gunnery and depth charge attack. Okay, so there's two of those. Now we get to the counters. And they look pretty nice. They are two-sided. So this is sheet 1 of 5, front and back. And here comes sheet number 2. Whoa, they pop out easy. Look at that. Rounded corners. Won't be any counter clipping on those. Might be on these big ones on the ships here. I might clip those counters. We'll see how they look. But these are rounded. I don't have to clip these. I like that. Sheet 2 of 5, front and back. Sheet 3 of 5. So damage. We have a lot going on there. Sheet 4 of 5. A lot of markers that I don't know what they are yet. All right, front and back. Nice and clear though, big. I like those because I can see them. All right, this is the board. And then down in here was sheet 5. We have some round counters. Those are torpedoes, some more ships. Okay. Lots of plastic bags, which I may or may not need. We'll see. I'll come back to this. Let's see what we got in the box, in the board. All right, let's see what we got here on the board. This looks like a pretty hefty board. Okay, here we go. Yep. I'll have to do a little positioning here. Let's see if I can move some of this over. Looks like I can just about get it top to bottom. And left to right, not quite, but maybe we won't use this outside edge quite as much, I'm not sure, but it's a big board. Okay. Then we have, these would be our submarine cards, WXYZ. So we have a type 7C and a type 9B and another 7C, 9B, 7C, 9B. This is for the 4 players. We'll see how that works when we get to the game. Excuse me, having some sinus issue, I think. Patrol deck, ASW attack deck, and angle die roll modifier deck. So let's take a look in one of these. Or maybe we'll look in all of them. I'm going to be opening them anyway, so I might as well see what it's about. Okay, this is the angle die roll modifier. Oh, there's more than just that. So in here is a combat deck. See if we can find where this ends. Come on. Well, angle, combat. Okay, so this is angle die roll modifier. So I'm assuming medium, small, medium, and large. Guess it goes this way too. I guess it goes this way. Those numbers are that way. All right. So you can see different cards that are going to have different modifiers. There's a shuffle card. So that's going to tell us to shuffle the deck again. All right. And I'm sure that has some oops, hit my camera. Some something to do with the timing of the game. Okay, then we have the combat deck. Merchant to hit number, slow convoy, it's got weather on there, TDC range, convoy speed, time, and weather. So we have lots of those. Then we're going to have, this is our patrol deck. Let's see. Yep, it's not the whole thing. In fact, it's a small amount of that deck is the patrol deck. So it's going to tell us different pieces of information. Okay. Then we have the battle deck. That's this big chunk of cards. And again, ASW sonar, visuals. All right. Okay. We have the battle deck. Then we're going to have, see what's in this one. This is the ASW attack deck. All right, so we have about half that deck is the ASW attack deck. So it's going to tell us things that are going to happen, surface. We'll have to shuffle these up good because they're grouped, it looks like a little bit. I want to make sure they get mixed up really well, I think. And then the last one is the detonation damage deck. Detonation damage deck. Torpedo detonation tells us ship damage. All right, so different things are going to happen with this. All right. Okay. That's everything. Looks really cool. They did a good job with the mounted board. I've played some of Mike's other games, so I know that there's a lot of detail to this. I got to really pay attention to the rules, get them worked out a little bit. There's a sequence of play on the board over here. That always helps. So, yeah, I just got to work through it, punch counters, get things ready to go, figure out how I want to keep everything here, and shoot, we'll be ready to put this out. All right, this has been an Open the Box. Wolfpack, the North Atlantic Convoy Struggles, October 1941 to March 1943, released by GMT Games and game design Mike Berticelli. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to this. So we'll see what we can do, how soon we can get it out here on the table for you. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And as always, leave me your comments. Please like my video, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.